what led to, I guess, your I guess you had a feud around with Jarrett at that point. Was that mainly you started taking on Jarrett, right?
Yeah, when Jarrett was when I first got there, we were.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was in the first. Well, since we didn't talk about that, how did you like working with Jarrett?
I didn't. No. Didn't like him.
Jarrett. Okay. And what was it?
Oh boy, no Jeff Jarrett neither.
Arrogance. Extremely.
Doing this little number here.
That
never was into no Jeff
like
Jarrett.
Now TNA. I mean, TNA could rock and roll if he understands that he's not The Rock, and he relinquished, some of his control.
This interview was older, but when TNA first started, I found it through channel, channel flipping. I thought, what is this? I guess now I didn't come to find out, of course, 10, 20 years later, Jarrett was the founder, but he didn't own the company. That is weird. How do you, the founder, don't own your own damn company? I just thought that was weird.
Well, the TNA can go off real good, but that's just him, brother. You think he's the best thing since sliced cheese, and that's outside of the business. I didn't like that boy.
Mm-hmm. Did he, I guess with TNA and everything, did you ever get contacted by TNA? I guess not.
No, we never got along. I worked on the lab for Jarrett, because me and Steve Ray had a confrontation against, when I was WCW, what's the guy? I can't think of the guy's name.
Somebody friends with Jarrett? You had a conflict?
Yeah, one of Jarrett's friends.
The Harris brothers, man?
Awesome. It's one name.
Mike Awesome?
Oh.
He's a big guy, right?
Yeah.
I remember him.
Awesome, I guess that's what it was. One time we were out of town, me and Steve Ray were out of town, and Booker had a match. And we watched it, and Mike Awesome, did his awesome bomb. And almost took Booker through the turnbuckle, which probably would have killed him if his head would hit.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, that was
Steve,
crazy.
When we got back to WCW, we pulled him in the restroom and gave him a stern talking to. And Jarrett was sitting out there, and I guess word got out that we had beat the boy up or something. We didn't touch him. We just talked to him about what he did to Booker, and let him know how we didn't appreciate it if it happened again. Then there's be some problems.
I remember on another interview, Stevie Ray got hot about that because that's his brother, and said he was ready to explode back there. And I remember that interview. It was I think it was before Stevie Ray, because he had 2 podcasts. I think it was on his first podcast. He's like, Mike Awesome. I never liked this fucker anyway. He's like, what's the question? The question is, fuck Mike Awesome. Stevie Ray. Woo! Man, Stevie Ray is mean and they don't play. He don't play about his brother now. Because he talking about the turnbuckle, the corn turnbuckle, because that's that post is metal, isn't it? If his head hit that post, ooh boy, you gotta, ooh boy, careful, cause ooh boy, yeah. I remember that other interview, because I did a reaction to that earlier this year, last year. Stevie Ray was pissed,
and Jarrett was sitting out there, and all of a sudden rumors got around that we beat the guy up, some crap like that. And I didn't say anything to him. I just basically went over to Stevie, because Stevie was my boy. And if Stevie jumped, I'm gonna jump. And I said, we grew up like that, basically.
So he was just pretty much arrogant from the beginning, and then, but
yeah,
never really
done it. Yeah, he was arrogant, and the boys, I always used to talk about how arrogant he was, and I always thought, just getting in the business, you don't know how the people really are until you get in the business and meet them. But yeah, he was pretty much out there.
Well, can I just touch on a point from Jarrett? I believe a story, and I hope you can clear it up for me, is that there was a match, supposed to be a match between you and Jarrett, and I was probably because of his jealousy or something like that. Somebody said, I heard that you refused to job to him, and that's where it ended up that he wrestled Buddy Landell later that night.
No, I wrestled Buddy Landell.
Oh, it was vice versa.
Jarrett didn't want to do the job.
Okay.
And I ended up wrestling Buddy Landell, and No. Back up. I wrestled down at Dean Douglas' place. Dean Douglas said he was hurt. But no, I was new to the business. I mean, Jarrett was only there a short time when I first got there. I mean, he was only there a few months, but they had heat going. Him and Vincent had heat going, and so he wasn't there that long. But no, I mean, there's no way I could refuse to wrestle somebody. Here I'm the new guy on the block. I mean, Vince, how do you think Vince would have took that? You know, I mean, I'm not wrestling against Jarrett. You know, so he'd already been fired in a heartbeat. I mean, I was the new kid on the block. I ain't have any pull, any say so about nothing. You just shut your mouth and do what you're told.
I knew your role was somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Remember who didn't want a job?
Yeah, it wasn't me. I mean, there was a lot of jealousy going about me when I first got there. I mean, I didn't lose. He pushed me, and I mean, I got to get pushing. The boys don't like that when you just get into business and all of a sudden you become this superstar, and here they've been for 10 years, but that's just the way it is. I mean, sometimes the fans either take to you or they don't. Like D'Lo Brown, for instance. I'm telling you, D'Lo is one of the best workers in the history of wrestling, but the fans don't take to him. Mark Henry, been there for 10 years now, and no matter what you do with Mark Henry, the fans just don't take to him. And it's up to the fans. Either they like you or they don't. And that's what I love about New York fans.
Now, this is interesting. With all this heat going on, I know somebody's going to respond to this. He just gave... Ahmed just not gave him. Let's say Ahmed gave Ahmed credit. He just gave D'Lo Brown credit. Because I remember, again, wasn't D'Lo a double champion? And a really, really good wrestler. Mark Henry, the real-life strongman. Where Mark Henry impressed the shit out of me. I still never forget this. This is when he was the rookie Henry. He manhandled Vader. That was the roughest damn thing I seen. Because from like 91 to like 94 or 95, Vader was just tearing folks up. And then Henry I remember he pressed the man over his head. I'll never forget that. Because I remember he said he wanted to wrestle Yokozuna, but it never happened. We got to see Henry versus Vader, which was cool. But I was like, this man just manhandled Vader. It would be like somebody, it wouldn't surprise me. Elegante was still there, and he manhandled Kane. But it was just the roughest thing. Well, I think Big Show kind of manhandled Kane. But yeah, that was the roughest damn thing you've seen.
Especially at Westbury Gardens. New York fans are hot and cold. They're on and off. Either they like you or they don't. I'm not talking about in that heel babyface way. You can't bullshit New York fans.
No.
They know who can work. They know who's tough gimmick. They know who, they can look beyond you, it seems like, and they can tell this guy's really a tough guy outside the ring or just as a gimmick. And that's what I love about the Masquerade Garden, where the fans, they just electrify you, man. But they are so smart to the business until it's sickening. And some of the guys just couldn't get over it. And I said, D'Lo was one of the guys I never understood why the fans never took to him. Because, he was a good worker, man.
He's giving the man credit, see?
But actually, another point you can talk about.
Yeah, see, he's giving the man some credit. But yet, the nation beat him up and ran him out of wrestling. When Ahmed said 50 times, and I hope he sees this, he said he had a family situation, which he talked about more than once, and then some stupid storyline he wasn't having, which I don't blame him. Because I seen a lot of the recent interviews, people complaining and crying and bitching and he's this and he's that, and then I'm glad he got to defend himself. Same thing with the Warrior. People don't like the Warrior. Now CM Punk's back. They don't want Punk back in wrestling. See, yeah, it's something else. And the Warrior, that's another one. I'm glad he didn't. Some people still don't know that this man had a shoot interview back in the day. I think after that disgusting abomination of a DVD, that it was like the dude from England was saying, that was a damn hit job. It was a burial session. He didn't even fool with the Warrior like that. I mean, he knew about him, but he didn't know. He said it was disgusting. It's like, damn. But yeah, I know y'all leave some comments, but the thing that got me frustrated was the shit was one-sided. because they said it's two sides of the story, and some say no, it's three sides to a story. So at least the man got to, like, this is older here, but at least the man came back and defend himself. So now the warrior now, he can't defend himself no more. That's kind of different. And some people say, I don't care if he's here or not. Yeah, well, fuck all that. No, that's fuck you, because the man's got a family back there. He's talking about a man that's not there to defend himself. I can see if he was here, like with the Triple H thing. He said he went crying to the Briscoes, and the Warrior said, "You got a problem with me? Come to my face." That was it was funny. Oh man, but yeah, I just, like I said, didn't like the whole thing being one-sided. It'd be different, like I said. Like I said, two sides of the story, but one-sided. People are gonna believe they want to believe regardless, whether it's Warrior, whether it's Pump, whether it's Ahmed, whether it's somebody else.